In Ukraine's trenches, drone warfare is rewriting the rules. But thousands of miles away, Mexican cartels are quietly taking notes. Intel agencies now fear cartel operatives have joined Ukraine's ranks, not to fight, but to learn. What began as a war for freedom may be training tomorrow's criminal armies. Ukraine's frontline drone tactics are beginning to resonate well beyond Eastern Europe, and not just with military planners. Intelligence agencies now believe Mexican drug cartels may be using Ukraine's battlefield as an informal training ground. According to French investigative news outlet Intelligence Online, officials in Kyiv and Mexico City are investigating reports that individuals tied to criminal networks are joining Ukraine's International Legion, not to fight, but to master the use of first-person view or FPV drones. These drones, relatively inexpensive and devastatingly effective, have reshaped combat in Ukraine. Modified with explosives, they're used to strike vehicles, dugouts, and even individual soldiers with surgical precision. Earlier this summer, Mexico's National Intelligence Center flagged several foreign fighters it believed were affiliated with cartel operations. The report was shared confidentially with Ukraine's security service, prompting a joint investigation with Ukraine's military intelligence agency, the GUR. The concern: cartel members are embedding themselves within volunteer units to acquire drone warfare skills that could later be deployed in criminal conflicts back home, particularly in regions of Mexico where rival groups are escalating violence. One key area of scrutiny is Tactical Group Ethos, a Spanish-speaking volunteer unit reportedly active in Donbas and Kharkiv. The group includes fighters from Latin America, including Colombia. Intelligence suggests that at least a few members may have concealed their identities with false documentation, not uncommon in the chaotic registration process for foreign fighters early in the war. According to open-source researchers tracking drone incidents in Latin America, there is growing evidence that cartels, including the powerful Cartel de Jalisco Nueva Generación, are experimenting with FPV systems. In March, one such drone was intercepted in Nayarit State during an attempted strike on a Sinaloa cartel faction. Investigators now suspect the design and targeting logic may have been influenced by lessons drawn from Ukraine's battlefield. The second phase of the inquiry focuses on individual cases that raise red flags. Among them is a volunteer known by the call sign Aguila 7. According to investigators, he joined the International Legion in March 2024 under a falsified Salvadoran identity. His technical fluency during training immediately stood out. Instructors at a military facility in Lviv reported his comfort with analog transmitters, counter-jamming techniques, and recognition of thermal blind spots. All sophisticated skills usually taught within national militaries. Further background checks linked him to Mexico's Special Forces Unit GAF, which has seen several of its former members join organized crime groups, including the now defunct but infamous Los Zetas cartel. Authorities also uncovered at least 3 former FARC guerrillas embedded in the Legion, operating under forged Panamanian and Venezuelan IDs. These individuals too appear to have prioritized drone training over other military tasks. The growing concern inside Ukraine's intelligence community is that the country's open-door policy for foreign volunteers, once seen as a sign of global solidarity, is now being exploited. Ukrainian officials acknowledge that while most volunteers come with genuine motives, a small number may view the war zone as a place to acquire military-grade knowledge with real-world application. Stefano Reitendale, Chief Intelligence Officer at Artorias, a global risk advisory firm, says this trend underscores a new phase in cartel evolution. Speaking to the war zone, Reitendale explained that cartels are deliberately adapting battlefield tactics from Ukraine to modernize their capabilities. Open source analysts echo this view, noting that FPV drones, once reserved for military use, are now appearing in criminal environments where high-value targets and territorial control mirror battlefield conditions.
We know they are actively trying to use FPV drones kinetically and taking lessons from Ukraine on how to rig them for the desired effect. As they develop tactics and procedures, they will likely use them to strike defended targets and eliminate rivals.
Ukrainian authorities are now reviewing vetting procedures for incoming foreign fighters. While the International Legion remains an important symbol of global support, it may also have become an unintended export hub for modern warfare techniques. What began as battlefield innovation may soon influence the future of cartel violence, shaped not in training camps, but on the front lines of a distant war.